CrossFit Feral, we're here on Sunday, April 26th with your Feral 45 at-home workout. We're going to start with 5 minutes of warming up. It will be a 5-minute AMRAP, as many rounds and reps as possible in 5 minutes. We'll start, if you have a jump rope, with 30 single unders. If you don't have a jump rope and you need to simulate the stimulus that is these single unders, you can do something like a plate hop. Simply grab a small elevation, maybe a little plate, something easy to jump on, and quick feet on, off for 30 reps. Now, once you've got your 30 single unders or your 30 plate hops, you're going to move into 5 burpees. That burpee is all the way down, chest and thighs touch the ground, and then all the way back up, full extension, hands overhead. We're going to transition from 5 of those into 30 mountain climbers. So the mountain climber is really pumping those knees to chest while I'm here in the plank, really trying to get my heart rate up and my blood flowing in this warm up, right back into 5 burpees. So you're going to have 5 minutes of that, as many as you can do. You'll end up going back and forth between those single unders, then obviously the burpees, and then mountain climbers, and then more burpees for 5 minutes. You should be really warmed up after 5 minutes of those movements. We're going to move from that into our strength for the day. Our strength we're going to do in a 5-minute AMRAP as well, so as many rounds and reps as possible in 5 minutes for our strength. You've got 3 movements here. Here's the first: 5 sit-ups. You can put your feet together, tap behind your head, and tap your feet. You can also do a tougher version or stricter version where you put your hands on your chest and you don't get to use the momentum to come forward. That's going to be a tougher movement. You can have 5 of those. You're going to transition into 10 tuck-ups. Now the tuck-up is a tougher movement. I'm going to pull my knees to my chest, and I've got to pull my torso up and try to get up to my knees at the same time. You have 10 of those. Then, new movement here, we're going to do 15 air chest flies. So it's like the chest fly that I would normally do with a dumbbell, except I'm doing them unweighted, I'm doing them quickly, so I'm really moving through this AMRAP fast. I'm going to do 5 sit-ups, I'm going to do 10 tuck-ups, I'm going to do 15 air chest flies, and then I'm right back to my 5 sit-ups. Should be able to actually get a lot of rounds and reps here in this 5-minute AMRAP. I'm going to go ahead and score my rounds and reps for this, and then move on to the Metcon for the day. This is a long Metcon. This is a Sunday sweat Metcon. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with 100 double unders with your jump rope. Now, if you're not proficient at double unders, you can sub that out. If you're going to do something like plate hops, it's not 100, it'll be 200 plate hops to simulate 100 double unders. If you have a jump rope but you can't do double unders, you can do 200 single unders. Then you're going to head into your run. It is an 800-meter run. Now, 800 meters, if you're doing this at home, how far is that? It would be, if you lived at the end of the block, all the way to the end of your city block and back twice. That would be 800 meters. You can also sub out, if you can't run, 4 minutes of work. However, 4 minutes of work is really intended to be taxing 4 minutes of work to simulate that 800-meter run. So if you're going to do 4 minutes of work, make sure those 4 minutes are still taxing you from a cardio perspective in order to get the same stimulus. Then you're going to come back in off that run, going to be pretty tired coming off an 800 meter, and you're going to go right into 60 sit-ups. That's a lot of sit-ups coming off an 800 meter. So you're going to really grind through that. After those 60, you're going to grab a set of dumbbells, and we're going to do 40 sumo deadlifts. Now the sumo deadlift is a really wide stance with the dumbbells in between our legs, still hinging at the waist, still bending at the knee. I want a straight back. I don't want to see you curve the back around the back to get those. You're going to be tired, and so there'll be a temptation to round the back when you're fatigued. You need to really accentuate straight back. 40 reps of that, and then with a single dumbbell, you're going to have 20 alternating hang snatch. The hang snatch only goes down to the knee, all the way overhead, and then I'm alternating arms. I'll end up with 10 on each side of my 20 alternating hang snatch. Now get to the end of that, and because it's an AMRAP and it's 25 minutes long, I'm back to the top, 100 double unders again, or whatever you subbed out, and into that 800-meter run. I'm doing that for 25 minutes. Keep grinding, keep going. It's a long workout. Keep moving. Got a little recovery for you at the end when you're done with that. 1 minute of Samson stretch, and we're actually going to do 1 minute on the right side and 1 minute on the left side. And so really into that deep lunge, flexing the arms back. You should feel that stretch all the way through your core. I'm going to do a minute on either side. Then we're going to do a minute on either side of an elbow to instep, or what we would call a Spider-Man. And that's in the deep lunge, really fighting to get that elbow all the way down to the floor, and just holding that for a minute, letting everything stretch out, and then doing the other side. Guys, as always, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to one of your coaches on our live Zoom classes, or post a comment here on YouTube, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Enjoy the workout and have a great weekend.